Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2215 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. In today's Wisdom Nugget, it's a pleasure to have you join us in our journey through the book of Proverbs, where we unearth its timeless wisdom. Today we're venturing into Proverbs chapter 11, verses 1 through 8 from the New Living Translation. So let's lace up our hiking boots as we explore the path of righteousness in these verses. In Proverbs chapter 11, verses 1 through 8, we continue our exploration of the characteristics and outcomes of living a life of wisdom. These verses provide valuable insights into the way of the righteous. Verse 1. The Lord detests the use of dishonest scales, but he delights in accurate weights. This verse sets the tone for the entire passage. The Lord detests dishonesty, especially when it comes to financial dealings. He values money and accuracy, which is represented by accurate weights. This verse emphasizes the importance of integrity in our dealings with others. Verse 2. Pride leads to disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Pride is a recurring theme in the book of Proverbs, often portrayed as detrimental. It leads to disgrace and poor choices. In contrast, humility is linked to wisdom. This verse reminds us that a humble heart is open to learning and growing in wisdom. Verse 3. Honesty guides good people. Dishonesty destroys treacherous people. Honesty serves as a guiding principle for all good people. It leads them on the path of righteousness and integrity. On the other hand, dishonesty destroys the treacherous individuals. This verse underscores the fundamental role of honesty in shaping our character and our destiny. Verse 4. Riches won't help in the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. This verse provides a sobering perspective on wealth. It suggests that riches cannot save us in the day of judgment, but right living certainly can. It underscores the eternal value of living a life of righteousness and moral integrity. Verse 5. The godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath their load of sin. Here we see a contrast between the godly and the wicked. The godly are guided by honesty, which serves as a moral compass. In contrast, the wicked are burdened by the weight of their sins, leading to their downfall. This verse emphasizes the significance of integrity on our journey. Verse 6. The godliness of good people rescues them. The ambition of treacherous people traps them. Good people, characterized by their godliness and righteousness, find rescue in their virtue. However, the ambition of the treacherous individual becomes the snare that entraps them. It highlights the difference between the pursuit of righteousness and self-serving ambitions. Verse 7. When the wicked die, their hope dies with them, for they rely on their own feeble strength. This verse speaks of the futility of relying solely on one's own strength and rejecting godly principles. When wicked people die, their hopes die with them, as they depend on their own feeble strength rather than seeking divine guidance. It underscores the importance of acknowledging our reliance on God. And in verse 8, the godly are rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. This verse serves as a reassuring conclusion to this passage. The godly find rescue from trouble as they walk in righteousness and integrity. Conversely, trouble falls on the wicked. It reaffirms the principle that living a life of righteousness leads to protection and deliverance. As we reflect on Proverbs chapter 11, verses 1 through 8, we are reminded that wisdom is not merely about our knowledge. It's also about the choices we make and the impact that we have on our lives and the lives of others. Take a moment to consider these questions. How can you cultivate integrity and humility in your life? In what ways can your choices reflect right living and godly principles? Remember, wisdom equips us to make the choices that lead to a life of purpose and fulfillment. So let's summarize the key takeaways from Proverbs chapter 11, verses 1 through 8. The first is integrity in finances. The Lord detests dishonesty, emphasizing the importance of integrity in all of our financial dealings. Second is pride and humility. Pride leads to disgrace, while humility leads to wisdom and growth. Third is honesty and righteousness. Honesty guides good people, while dishonesty destroys the treacherous. Fourth is eternal value of right living. Right living can save us from death, highlighting the lasting impact of righteousness. Fifth, guided by honesty. The godly are directed by honesty. The wicked are burdened by sin. 6. Virtue versus ambition. Good people find rescue in their virtue, while treacherous ambition becomes a trap. 7th, the futility of self-reliance. The wicked's reliance on feeble strength leads to the death of their hopes. And 8th, protection for the righteous. The godly are rescued from trouble, while trouble befalls the wicked. In closing, remember that wisdom equips us to make the choices that lead to a life of fulfillment. As we continue on our journey through this vast landscape of wisdom, may we walk with integrity, humility, and a heart of righteousness, choosing the path of righteousness. Thank you for joining me on this leg of our wisdom trek. I hope that these verses have inspired you to embrace the path of righteousness and make choices that lead to a life of purpose and fulfillment. As we continue on our journey, may we navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. If you found this podcast insightful, please subscribe and leave us a review, and then encourage your friends and family to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.